Today is my first appointment of the entire pregnancy. So tomorrow I will be 9 weeks, and today I am heading into the doctor. I'm just sitting in the car park about to go in, but I'll let you know after the appointment, but basically it's just a basic checkup that I'm going for. I will let you know what goes on in that first appointment and how I've done it through other pregnancies as well. I definitely didn't wait until 9 weeks with my first pregnancy, but the second and third you tend to get a little bit more relaxed. You're busy. I think that's the best word for it. It should only be about 20 minutes, and then I'll let you guys know afterwards how it all went.
Oh, my lordy. It has been a day. So, I had my first appointment at the doctor's today, and I really wanted to film this part of the video straight after I'd been there, but of course, as what happened, if you ever plan anything that you want to do, it's probably not going to happen, because that's the day your kids will decide not to have their afternoon sleep. So, I just got them to bed. I'm going to get this done. Otherwise, who knows what will happen tomorrow. I was trying to remember the 3 pregnancies that I have had. The first one is very different from number 2 and number 3 so far, in the respect that the first time that you become pregnant is totally unknown. So this is pretty obvious. You've never done it before, you're the first one of your friends to do it. Then there's so many things that you have to learn straight away by yourself. You're kind of thrown into the deep end. Distinctly remember the feeling, like the excitement of learning that we were pregnant. And I don't know why, I can't even remember why I thought I might have been pregnant. I just did a test and I was like,
holy shit, I'm pregnant.
It was a mixture of fear, excitement. I was terrified, to be honest, for a day. But then whenever it comes down to the nitty-gritty, I was like, I don't know what to do now. Who do I talk to? Who do I book appointments with? Oh my God, overwhelming feeling of there's so many things that I don't know. There's not very much information to tell you okay, so phone this person, make this appointment, do this at this day. And stuff doesn't really get exciting until about 14 weeks. That's when the appointments really start happening and things kind of start to really feel real. 12 weeks is when you'll usually have your first scan, so that's a really exciting point to get to. So I guess 12 weeks is where you want to get to. 12 weeks is a bloody long time if you found out you were pregnant at 4 weeks. This is what I do in my pregnancies. I take the tests myself, so I know I'm pregnant. I have usually, except for my first pregnancy, for number 2 and number 3, was tracking my cycle, so I knew the start of my last period, which is what you need to know to be able to know your estimated due date, and you need to know the average length of your cycle, because that makes a huge difference to your due date. You can do a dating scan. So I have never done a dating scan. You can get that referral from your doctor. So the first thing you do, I ring my doctor. So once I've confirmed I'm pregnant, I know I'm pregnant, that's cool. You can go to your doctor and you can have a pregnancy test done. They just do a urine sample. I've never done that, but you can if you're unsure. Then they're going to take you through the referrals that they need to give you. I'll tell you what I got. So I got my referrals for my 12-week scan. It's the first thing. She gave me 2 referrals, and they give you the referrals that up here in Byron for private scan companies. So you would be charged for getting your scans done at these places, and it can be anywhere from $200 to $400, $500. If you don't want to pay for the scans, I got my scans done in hospitals. So I pay for my 12-week scan. I have done for my first 2 pregnancies. I won't be doing that this time. I don't feel like it's necessary. If you have a hospital in your area that and you want to save money, then you can take your referral and see if they do that service for you, and then you can just bring these. Your nuchal testing that they do on the scan. Nuchal testing is when they measure the fluid around the neck, the back of the neck on the baby that's growing there, and they're looking for anything abnormal which would point towards issues like Down syndrome. So personally, I've actually declined that for the last 2 pregnancies because I wouldn't terminate the pregnancy anyway if there was something to come up with that child, and that it would cause me a lot of stress throughout the pregnancy to know. So just so you know, it's totally up to you if you have that done. It's non-invasive. They just see it, they look at it in the scan and they measure it. You can also have your bloods done in your first trimester between 10 and 13 weeks to test for Down syndrome as well. There are companies that do deeper chromosomal testing, and then you can find out like the sex of your baby really early and everything, and you pay for those. You send away. I have never done that for any of my pregnancies. I also requested that I have my full bloods checked because in both pregnancies I have had low iron. So I like to just make sure that that's all okay. And on top of that, a nutritionist that I'm working with, she's recommended that I also get my B12 checked, my magnesium and my zinc. So I'm having all those, and on this here, there's my iron studies. My glucose levels will be checked as well. HIV, rubella, that might be syphilis, that abbreviation. All your standard blood tests will just get done in one go. If you're a permanent Aussie resident or citizen, then you can just go to whoever they've referred you to for pathology, have a test done, and it doesn't cost you anything, I don't think. I go to the hospital for these as well because I am reciprocal Medicare. I am not a permanent resident, I'm a temporary resident. Let's not even get into it, it's super complicated. But yeah, if I go to the hospital, these are free too. So if you're getting your scans done at the hospital, you could get it all done as well. But again, you ring the pathology in the hospital. So you could work either way. You could just call your doctor and book in and get that done really early and get all your referrals done. Or you can call the hospital and speak to the midwife team there. That's what I did my first pregnancy. That is probably, if everything goes to plan, the last time that I will see my doctor until my checkup after I've had this baby. So I would guess September. I don't go to the doctor. I will go to the midwives for everything unless they refer me back and I need help with something else. So that is the very first bit of the appointments, and I hope that kind of cleared timelines up a little bit. It can be a little bit overwhelming and a bit disappointing because nothing really happens till 12 weeks, but the 12-week scan is very exciting. So if you guys do it a different way, then comment below. I'd love to hear if other people book in with different things or talk to different people, or yeah, I'd love to hear how you do it. But yeah, that's how I do it. I'll speak to you guys in the next video. Bye.